On my way into the barn, one of these gloomy days. Ugh. And it's cold too. 46 is what, 7 degrees. She's a cold one. Cold one today. We got maybe 4 horses to train. The 3 Ontario breds that came over from Ontario will be training today. Along with Grand Old Chap. I'm going to go a little tightener with Chap and see if I like his shoes, and then we'll probably train him harder on the weekend. A number of people messaged me yesterday and said, Anthony, we were so close to getting Pelican Owl qualified. Why is there anything the vet could do to push him through? You have to understand, guys, this is hard. There's so many transitions this time of year. The one from stake racing into sale season, and then out of sale season, and then you're trying to jostle and move all the horses around. But it's not lost on me ever that these are just 2-year-olds, right? We talk about Chap training today. I want to see if we can change him so we can keep his comfort level growing. Pelican Owl had been almost to qualifying speed, but what would be the point? Did you want to see Pelican Owl qualify just to go out and race, or do we want to see the best form of him we have? I mean, as far as exit strategies go, even if we didn't like Pelican Owl right now, they're limited. So why don't we just do it right? We have everything to gain and really nothing to lose. And that's where it is with a lot of these horses right now. And I'm faced with a number of conversations with people asking about bringing the horses in now at the 6-week period for a number of them, rather than giving them twice that, 12 weeks. And I wanted to, I know not everybody watches the videos, so sometimes an email, a broader email to the groups might help. I've just come accustomed to making these videos for you whenever I can. And when it comes to bringing the horse in, I have zero interest in giving them 3 months. We've tried that with a number of horses before over the past. I don't see the benefit. It's just not there, in my humble opinion. Now, to be fair, every horse is different. So yes, a horse like Gaslight Hall might benefit, probably would benefit from a little more time than 6 weeks. We're looking at 8 to 10 weeks with him. But no one is getting 12 weeks at all, unless there was an injury to speak of, which there wasn't on any of them. Rose Run AJ arrived yesterday from the field. He is at 6 weeks and 5 days or something since we turned him out. He's back in now. He's jogging. I really want to go down this path and see where it leads. It opens up a big area for us in the sense that if we can get these horses back racing the first part of the year and get 4 or 5 starts into them, maybe maximize their wins and their non-winners money before the stake season starts, well, it gives us a whole lot of options. And be able to turn them out and say, okay, I don't think horse X is a Buckeye or a sire stake horse. I don't believe this horse, one of the Ontario breds, is a sire stake or a grassroots horse. Then we'll just move those horses. But without having the information to make those opinions, they're just assumptions. So that I want to make sure. I think some of the time I don't explain myself well enough in what we're trying to attain and how we're trying to attain it, why we're trying to attain it. So hopefully that brings some clarity. Had a couple of horses race last night. I thought they both raced well. Neither was surprising. James, paint by numbers, James style for both of them, which is a good thing. Looks like money cleared to the front and won. To my partners out there, somebody said, well, maybe we should shake him up a little bit and move him around. Keep in mind one thing: this horse was injured last year, and you start poking and prodding, you may be very unhappy with what happens. And if Looks Like Money has just lost a little velocity, one of 2 things will happen. Either he'll regain it at some point down the road, or he won't. And at this point, let the horse do his work. I don't see a viable option for him anywhere else. Somebody said, the Meadowlands or Yonkers. Yonkers is an absolute hard no. I would like to keep Looks Like Money off any smaller size tracks. Definitely never a half. Not that interested in a 5/8, and I think he's fine where he is. He is the best trotter we can offer to race in Ontario right now. Spitfire's not going anywhere. He's staying in Southern Ohio. And we have a number of horses that are coming back. I'm excited to see what Irresistible Sun and Memory and Imagination do. We made called an audible yesterday. Yesterday they drew for a class for pickpocket. Now it's going to suck. There's supposed to be rain on Thursday. But when offered to race at the track he won at 54 at, or the track he made a break at, now I'm very aware that they race for more money in Dayton, Ohio. That's not lost on me. We have to get it, right? And I can't be everywhere on Friday. So I tried to look at where I needed to be. Kane Kaufman's got along very well with 3 Point Blue Chip and with Drebin. So if Drebin and 3 Point Blue Chip are two of the main horses we're entering for Friday, that's okay. I'll take Yo Mister and go to, I'll drive Yo Mister. I'll go to the Meadows on Friday. Kane Kaufman can drive the horses he's been getting along well with. Makes all the sense in the world. If Pickpocket gets in. That was the pivotal point of yesterday, which he did. So the only crappy part is it's going to rain on Thursday, which I'm really getting sick of, but that's part of the fall. I guess it could be worse. It could change to snow anytime. So I'll be off to the Meadows on Thursday. Pickpocket Captain Incredible makes his first start in Pennsylvania on Thursday. Drew the 8-hole. Fitting. So we'll see how everybody feels. And again, a couple of people messaging me saying, Anthony, Captain Incredible, we got to get him going. We got to see what. We don't have to see anything. He's going to let us see what he wants to do. And I know that's hard for some of our clients. They believe if we had pushed harder when we gave him a rest, he might be okay. Well, I can tell you one thing right now. If that horse had in any way fractured his knee, that would have been catastrophic for us. Now, he would have recovered. He would have needed time and recovered, but that knee might have bothered him forever. We have to be very, very careful, and you have to understand these are 2-year-olds. They are not cars. We can't just take them to a different mechanic and things will be okay. And I guess that's the underpinning of many of these discussions, is understanding the issue, how to approach it, how to fix it, and then how to manage it afterwards. And when it comes to Captain Incredible, there's every bit as much a chance Thursday's his last start of the season as there is him going to the Meadowlands. And many of my clients may not like to hear that. But I will and have to advocate for what's best for the horse. Whether you agree or not, what's best for the horse is what's best for us. So we'll see. I've said this. These races for Captain Incredible, schoolers, qualifiers, races are all watermarks. He has to get past them, and then we'll talk about what's next. If he doesn't get past them, there is no what's next for 2024. What's next is Jacob Schaefer picks him up and brings him to the farm. That's what's next. So I think everybody has to just take a deep breath and understand that there's a lot of moving parts here, especially when it comes to a horse of his stature. And it's hard to see him so close to being what we want him to be, but close to not also. And you just have to let it play out. Let the horse mature and let it play out. And that is the most important takeaway from him. So last night, we had Looks Like Money, who raced very well. James removed him to the front. 55 wasn't overly inspiring, but I don't know what the track was like. I don't know what the weather was like. I didn't watch any other races. But at the same time, he got the job done, and he beat good horses in doing it. So that was my take on Looks Like Money's race. There was some old open, or current close to open horse in there. It wasn't a walkover field. It was still a tough bunch of horses. And then, of course, All Gas, No Brakes. I was skeptical. From the 8-hole, I know I talked to James earlier in the afternoon about a number of things, and he said that school great. He was good, but and I guess the thing that caught me the most was James picked over 2 horses to drive All Gas, No Brakes. And I believe it was probably a behind the gate audible type situation where maybe he thought he was going to leave, but when he saw Louis' horse right up on the screen, to me, I think James just said, it's not really worth it trying to go out of there 27 seconds to get away 4th. Now, they only went 28 apiece. But to get away 4th behind stable entries You're not coming first over again, so the likelihood of you being shuffled to 7th is probably good. Heading into the last turn, not where you'd want to be. He just opted to race him easy, race him on the end of it, which wasn't surprising. The horse raced well, finished up strong to be 5th. I was happy with him, but happy that he looked good and comfortable, and he'll come back next week. Now, tonight I have George of the Jungle. He's got the rail. He's picked a win. The last time I drove him, I think he had the inside also, didn't he? He's a likable horse. But George, again, as we start to bring some of these horses back, when those races start to get condensed, we have horses tripping over themselves again, we will again move some of those horses, and I suspect George will be near the top of that list. I've talked about this before. I have no problems with George of the Jungle, but if he's going to be a non-winners of 2 up to 4 horse, and then in the non-winners of 4 up to 7 struggle a little bit, well, that's that. We will give him an opportunity to push forward through that class when the series is over, but assumptions being what they may, if he struggles a little bit in the 4 up to 7, then we'll just let somebody try and race him somewhere else. So that's where we're at right now. I hate these gloomy days. It doesn't matter whether it's summer, spring, fall, or winter. I don't like gloomy days. And it was cold this morning. I get the big one at the Venti this morning. Almost done with it. So I'm about to get to the track right now, go with 4 horses, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. I hope you're having a good start to your day. It's not a bad day, just a little chilly and a little overcast. Wherever you are, I hope it's sunny and warm. I will talk to you all very soon. Good luck tonight. All my partners in George of the Jungle. Take care.